Hey gang, it's Jay, and I've decided to take off on a little hike today. Get out of the house with everything going on, with everyone screaming WuFlu and whatnot. It's I think it's a good day to get out and kind of recenter ourselves and maybe relax a little bit and think things through. So heading out into the woods. I have a spot picked out that I want to see if there's a back way into, so I'm going to go explore that. It's a little bit of uncharted territory for me, so I'm going to kind of have at it, put some map and compass skills to use, and some terrain skills. I have a general idea of where it is from point A to point B, but finding the right drainages along the, you can see down below here, the creek bed. There's a couple different drainages, and I think I know which one it is, so we're going to check it out. Touch base with you on a little bit, probably make some coffee, and who knows what else we'll get into, so we'll check back later, alright? So I believe I found the correct drainage right up that way. There's I have a buddy who lives down this way, and I know his property backs up to one of these drainages, and I think this one is it. So I'm gonna go check it out, see if my hunch is right, and I should probably know in about 10 or 15 minutes. So we'll see. I'll check back in a little bit. Had a little bit of a water crossing, got my feet wet, but it is what it is, right? So yeah, that's it. So we'll keep going and see if I can find a spot. Check back in a bit. Bye. So I don't know if you guys can see him or not there, but let's see here. There he is. See the deer right there? Right there above my fingertip. I just spooked about 7 or 8 of them. I couldn't tell, they took off too quick, but they're still watching me there. So I'm gonna go back down into the creek bed there. Let's see here. I'm gonna dive back down into the creek bed there and see if I just heard a loud, like exhale from one of the deer, you know, like one of their heavy breaths. So they're still hanging out up there. I'm gonna dive back down into the creek bed and see if I can come up the other way. Check back in a few. Probably can't see them anymore. Oh yeah, they're moving there. So I counted 11. I popped up behind them. And 11. Seems like a mix of does and young ones. But you can see that one right there, walking a couple of them there up on the ridge line here. So I'm still going to keep going down the through the creek bed there and seeing what else I can find my mark. You can see the ravine I'm coming up there. It's a little bit of a challenge, but especially without making a whole bunch of noise. But it ain't bad. We're gonna keep going. So I'm gonna keep moving through the ravine here. You can see behind me the way that I'm coming up here. But I'm gonna keep working my way up to the top of the ravine there, and I think my buddy's place is up to my right, so it would be that way, but that way. Yeah, so we'll keep going. I'm having a lot of fun. This is cool. I've kind of hit a dead end, gang. Ahead of me here, this is a big tract of private property up above me here, but there's a culvert that I'm going to imagine goes to the other side. I think it turns. I was up on the top where I saw the private property, and so I believe it turns to my right and goes through, but sure as hell ain't going into it. I'm not that adventurous today, but I really don't want to cross private property, so I think I know who the homeowner is. I believe it's up there. I don't know if you can see it or not. I believe that's the homeowner house, but I don't want to cross this private property if for no reason except for being out and exploring. So I think I'm gonna head back the other way. Give me an idea of what I come up across here. It's been fun in my town here that there is a population of 55,000 people. That there is a 5-minute drive from my house. There is this large of a tract of land that is the creek running through it into the local river, and there's this much woods. So seeing all those deer, those 11 deer, I saw them again, I counted them. There was 11 of them. 2 big hawks have been flying around. A bunch of the birds are making a whole bunch of noise. So a lot of wildlife down here, which is good. It's nice to see. It's very well sustained, I would imagine. So that's it. I'm gonna, I think, do a 180 and turn back. Have to cross that creek again where my feet got a little wet, but no big deal. Even if it's cold out, it ain't bothering me. But you can hear the birds up there chirping away at the hawks. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got. So I'm probably gonna stop and brew myself a cup of coffee, and that's it. So I'll touch base with you guys in a little bit when I'm making some Joe. All right, later. So I came across Brawl Washdown out of one of the many floodings of this area. A camo net of some sort. Somebody had something set up down here. It's a big one too. You can see it all the way down into there. Somebody had that set up down here somewhere, probably way upstream. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody had a hooch set up down here and they were keeping it covered or what. But yeah, in the middle of all of this, somebody had something set up that they wanted concealed. Kind of interesting. We'll keep no other surprises, but we'll keep working our way out. Back to my little creek crossing here. So not a big one, but it's enough to get feet wet. So my feet are already wet, so it really doesn't matter at this point, I guess, with wool socks on. Feet are staying comfortable and warm. They're certainly not getting cold as I come across, but oh boy, right? There we go. I think that was, lay my stick down. I don't need it from here on out, but wearing jeans wasn't my best of choices, but it's what I had on throughout this morning, and when I decided to head out, I just grabbed my pack and off I went. So I have one more quick crossing here. You're gonna see it. Just a big step. And that is it. So I'm back on the good side of the creek where I don't need to cross it anymore unless I wanted to. But I'm gonna keep heading down that way and see what else we can get into on the way out. Yeah, been not a bad day out so far here, and we gotta find a spot here to make a cup of coffee and perk up with a little energy before I head back out to the car. So this place looks as good as any. Got everything in my pack here. You can see it or not. But we'll lay things out and get a cup of coffee going and see what the rest of the day brings. So check back in a few. Thanks. So we've got coffee going. Well, you can see it there. It's the Virgin Trip for that for my new Stanley cook pot. It's that solo cook stove, or not cook stove, cook pot that that really gets a lot of good reviews. Comes with two of the little mugs, and everything. Both mugs fit inside of it. But also one of the bonuses, one of the reasons I was looking for it, was something to fit a one of the smaller propane butane canisters and a canister fuel stove. I have that cheapy Amazon one that's like $6 or $7, and then I have an old Primus micro stove that folds up really tiny, smaller than a MSR pocket rocket, and that with a fuel canister fits perfectly inside of that with what I've tested so far. Just at home with it, with trying different layouts. But cup of coffee after a well-deserved day. I don't know who else uses them, but Cafe Bustello. We have kind of a running joke in my inner circle about Cafe Bustello, and stuff really I think beats the those other instant packs like the Folgers ones, which just always seem chunky and never seem to really dissolve right. But so here we go, just a little camp coffee. Found a log to sit on, and just taking it easy. So it also works out to be my third bushcraft outing. So well deserved, I think. It was supposed to be an overnighter this weekend, but with the WuFlu happening, everything got canceled. I was supposed to help with instructing an adult leadership course for scouts, and got canceled. All those weeks of prep and training and getting ready, and it got canceled. So I mean, it is what it is. It's for the better. Just a small blip on the radar. But it was going to be a full weekend, a two-nighter, and I was really looking forward to it. So I needed to get out today. So this is it. So that's it, gang. Thanks for following along. Instead of doing a whole bunch of pictures, I guess this was more my video for an outing of exploring. So that's it. You guys take care, and shelter in as much as you can during these next few weeks. I know my kids are going to be home for the next 3 weeks. School's canceled, but well, not really canceled. It's remote learning. We're calling it. So full plate here in the Buckeye State. So you guys stay safe. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't go hoarding all the toilet paper. And talk to you again real soon. Thanks, gang. Bye.